8 inches. And then after measuring 8 inches, you divide it by 2. That's, you mark 4 inches on the fabric. And then you make lines on these points. Three straight lines. And then afterwards you measure 1.5 inch on the first line, and then you mark it 1.5 inch. There we go. And then on the second line you measure 8.5 inch. There we go. 8.5 inch. And then on the bottom line you measure 7 inches, because for your sleeve it will slightly curve going down to the elbow, and downwards it will be curving, so it won't be the same length. So mark 7 inches, and then you join these points together. There. And then you slightly curve. There we go. And then you use a straight ruler for here. Here we go. And then you should remember to put your allowance, at least a 1 inch allowance. There we go. There's 1 inch allowance. So curve goes like this. There we go. And then going to 7. So on 7 we also put our 1 inch allowance. So it becomes this way. Yes. And then we add our 1 inch allowance for the hemline. This is the hem allowance. There we go. And then on the hem allowance, when you're now marking from this point, you slightly curve, so that when you're folding the allowance after sewing it, it doesn't bunch. Yeah. And then now you can cut your sleeve. you now have your sleeve.